Hello everyone, this is Grandmaster Maiorov Nikita. Welcome to this new video. We will be talking about Petrov defense. The Petrov, also known as a Russian game, and this is one of the most solid openings for black against e4. So if you want to get a solid position after the opening and to deal with e4 successfully, you have to play Petrov defense. So we see this defense happens after e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6. In this position, as white, we need to make a decision how to continue. And there are two options for white here. Knight takes e5 and d4. Also, there is knight c3, but this is another opening, which is called for knights opening. And this opening is not dangerous for black, and this is a topic of another videos. In this video, I recommend you to play knight takes e5, and because after d4, the reason that after d4, black has a good position after knight takes e5, bishop d3, and d5, for example. Knight takes e5, knight d7, castle, knight e5, d takes e5, knight c5, c6. The idea of this move to protect this pawn, because if bishop e7, there is knight takes d5, and then bishop b5 check and win the queen. Yeah, but after c6, knight e2, bishop e7, black is fine. So the main move, knight takes e5, d6, knight e4 is a very logical move, but the problem that it doesn't work in this position because of queen e2, and now it's impossible for black to play knight f6 because of knight c6 check, and white wins the queen. Knight takes e5, d6, knight f3, black takes on e4, and now I recommend you to play knight c3. Knight c3. d4 is another main move here, but I think that after d4 it's more easy for black to equalize, and also black has a lot of good options here, and if you play with white this position, you need to memorize a lot of theoretical variations. So knight c3 is a very good move. I recommend you to play to make this move in this position. Knight c3, there is no sense to play knight f6 because after d4 we win tempo in the beginning of the game, and I think that black is slightly worse in this position. Knight c3, knight takes c3 is a good move here. D takes c3. So bishop e7, bishop e3. White prepares to castle queen side after queen d2. And in this position, black has a choice between two very serious plans. One is to castle king side, which often leads to sharp attacking positions with h4, or quickly develop the pieces and castle queen side, which is considered to be a safer option. And so, for example, few words about short castle, queen d2, b6, but also there is knight d7, b6, pawn castle, bishop b7. Yes, and in this position, I think that it's easy for white to attack on the king side. The reason that, and for black, it's more difficult to create a strong counterplay on the queen side because of this double pawn. This double pawn protect and stopped counterplay and stopped black's counterplay on the queen side. For example, knight d7, bishop d3, knight f6, bishop d4, and looks on the position. These two bishops are very dangerous. C5, bishop takes f6, and queen f4. So now we want to play g4, g5, or knight g5. So, and with winning attack for the white, it was happened in the uh, very and the very strong. So in the game between very strong players, Dominguez and Wesley So, and Wesley So lost very fast. Okay, and knight c6 is a more solid option. Queen d2, bishop e6, uh, long castle, queen d7, king b1. This is a very useful prophylaxis. Uh, bishop f6. It is important for black not to hurry with a long castle because after knight d4, white threatening bishop b5, and also to simply take on e6. And the idea to get a bishop pair. Uh, so black cannot play knight d4 because of the double attack on g7 and a7. So bishop f6 for this reason. H3. Whites want to take route on the queen side and fianchetto to his bishop with g4 with g4 and bishop g2. So h4 was the main move, and probably h4 is also a very dangerous option for black. But in this video I will offer you to play h3, h6, a useful waiting move. Sorry. Yes, h3, h6. And this is a useful waiting move to avoid the knight g5 idea of grabbing the bishop pair. A long castle is still premature because of knight d4, knight takes d4, bishop takes d4, and black must allow the destruction of his pawn structure with bishop takes f6. Otherwise, he faces the double attack on g7. Okay, yes, the idea that if and for black play this, but after this the double pawn and bad pawn structure on the king side, and white has a uh, comfortable advantage, or to take care, but white win, white wins pawn. H6, B3. White also replies with a useful move. The idea that after knight d4 there is knight e5 and then knight c4, for example, f4, knight c4, and black is okay. But now, so white wants to play knight d4, and against knight e4 there is f4. b3, a6 was okay. So another useful preparation for the long castle. g4, long castle, bishop g2. And this is a very good position for white. For example, so white has a stable advantage and very comfortable middle game. For example, king b8, and now very important to play knight e1, then knight e3, knight e4, or 4. h5, g5, bishop 7, and white gets an h and knight e4. Oh, this is an unpleasant position for black. I recommend you to play this line with white against Petrov defense, and hope this video will be useful for you, and you will win many games in this line with white.